This is the CW News at 6:30.
All right, we're taking a close look right now at the radar. Several parts of our viewing area have been hit with storms all throughout the evening. Welcome to the CW News at 6:30. I'm Brent Solomon. For more on your forecast now, we'll turn it over to meteorologist Jim Duncan, who is tracking those thunderstorms tonight. Jim.
All right, Brent, let's check it out, and I'll have more on this coming up for your weekend forecast. Brent.
All right, Jim, we'll check in with you shortly. Happening now, residents at one Chesterfield apartment complex may have to be evacuated if the rain doesn't stop soon. We've just learned that from county leaders tonight. Heavy rain caused this sinkhole at the Crystal Lake Apartments off of Meadowdale Boulevard. That's where Curtis McLeod is, and he picks up the story from here.
This is a giant. McLeod, CW News.
Thank you, Curtis. Now, county leaders plan to closely monitor that sinkhole throughout the rest of the day and into the weekend. Well, we are following a developing story now out of South Richmond tonight. That's where police are working to identify the suspect in a shooting around noon. Officers found a man with gunshot wounds inside a home on Halifax Avenue. That's in the Oak Grove neighborhood. But police believe he was shot outside of the home. He was taken to VCU Medical, where he is in serious condition. We have new information on a story we've been following all week. A Hopewell mother and her live-in boyfriend turned themselves in after a shooting of a 3-year-old boy. The 3-year-old boy's twin brother accidentally shot him at the Thomas Rolfe Court public housing complex. Rayshonda Sherelle Jones and her boyfriend Lewis Walter Jones are facing several charges. Rayshonda Jones is charged with 2 counts of felony child neglect, filing a false police report, possession of a firearm by a convicted felon, and numerous drug charges. Her boyfriend is facing many of those same charges. Meanwhile, that 3-year-old boy is in critical but stable condition. His mother and her boyfriend are at Riverside Regional Jail being held without bond. Petersburg police are working to figure out who vandalized 2 city schools. Petersburg High and Vernon Johns Junior High were both hit overnight. Today was the last day of school. Well, this morning, a custodian arrived to find profanity spray painted on the side of the buildings. The windows were also painted. We're told the mess was all cleared by lunchtime. An outcry from Petersburg neighbors tonight as a result of this video of a teenager's arrest. The video has now gone viral. Those neighbors are organizing a protest against police. As I found out today, it's all after a 19-year-old claims an officer assaulted him, all because he was recording a traffic stop on his cell phone. Heated moments at the Petersburg East Apartments. K-9 officers and suspects in handcuffs found crowds eagerly watching. Police tried to break up the bystanders.
Get inside now. Inside. Inside, you can all you want to.
19-year-old Devin Thomas was capturing it all on his cell phone. That's when another officer approached.
How old are you? Huh? How old are you?
I'm 19.
19?
Yeah.
Huh?
That's when the video flips. Thomas claims he was forced to the ground.
What you doing, man? I ain't doing nothing.
So somebody struck me in the side of my head with the nightstick. And that's why I just had blood in my eyes, so I couldn't see nothing no more. I was looking down the rest of the video.
As he walked away, bloodied and bruised, the teen was arrested, charged with disorderly conduct and resisting arrest.
Move! Yeah. Move! Get inside!
Attorney Steve Benjamin took a close look at the video.
I can't imagine any situation where the police can order a bystander to stop taking their picture or making a video recording.
He says based on the cell recording, we don't know whether officers used excessive force, but he says it is legal to record in public. In fact, he encourages it when necessary.
We can all think of encounters between police and citizens that we probably never would have believed possible but for the existence of a video recording.
Prince George Police have cleared its officers of any wrongdoing as Petersburg Police continue to investigate. None of its officers are on leave following the altercation.
After he did it, he whispered in my ear, now record that B. I don't want them to get away with this one.
All right, well, Monday morning, a citizens' rights group will hold a peaceful protest outside of the Petersburg Courthouse and Police Department. Organizers are inviting the public to bring signs as they rally for accountability from police. That event starts at 8 a.m. and lasts through noon. We have new information on those 2 little boys hit by a car while walking to their South Richmond elementary school. It happened back in December, and now we've learned they're considering a lawsuit. Laura Geller is at Broad Rock Elementary with those latest developments.
Right now.
And we contacted city officials for a comment on our story and those possible lawsuits, and we are awaiting their response. President Barack Obama says he will take several days to decide how to react to the militant insurgency in Iraq. At a news conference outside the White House today, the president said the chaos in Iraq could eventually pose a threat to American interests. But he said he will not send U.S. troops back into combat in Iraq, as he is considering other options. President Obama also says the United States will not take military action if the Iraqi government will not work to find a political solution to the crisis.
We will not.
Administration officials say the president is considering airstrikes using drones or manned aircraft. A security breach prompts a major restaurant chain to change the way it does business. Earlier this week, P.F. Chang's China Bistro learned customer credit and debit card information had been stolen from some of its restaurants. To prevent another security breach, the restaurant is now using manual credit and debit card imprinting systems at all of its bistros. The company has also created a website where customers can receive updates on the situation. That link is on your screen now, pfchangs.com/security. There's more help for those looking for love. Match.com has teamed with matchmaking service 3 Day Rule to use facial recognition technology in helping find dates for its users. For a premium price of $5,000 for 6 months of service, users can submit photos of their ex-mates to determine the type of look they're attracted to. Along with dates that look like former boyfriends and girlfriends, premium members are teamed up with professional matchmakers to help them find that perfect match. All right, next on the CW News at 6:30, terrifying moments for a 16-year-old who was home alone during a robbery. How she defended herself and her property coming up. But first, it's a story we've been following all week, a home dangling from a cliff. Well, today the owners decided to burn it down. Those details are straight ahead. Welcome back. This is a story we've been following closely. A luxury home that was dangling off the edge of a lakeside cliff in Central Texas is now gone. Today, crews intentionally set it on fire. The homeowners of that waterfront property say they are devastated because they really wanted to keep it within their family. Right now, Eric Glasser has more.
It's gone.
We are told the Webb family is actually picking up the tab for that demolition. All right, terrifying moments for a Massachusetts teenager who was home alone during a robbery. 16-year-old Michaela Callahan says she heard a strange voice coming from the front steps, and before she knew it, there was a man inside her home. So she locked herself in the bathroom and called her mom. Mom instructed her to hang up and call 911.
I heard him.
Well, the men quickly left the scene in a getaway car, but Callahan was able to give police a good description. 2 burglars are now behind bars. All right, take a look at this video. What you're looking at is hail the size of tennis balls raining down in Abilene, Texas. Just look at what it did to several cars yesterday. You can see all the holes punched right through the windshields. We're told the hailstorm damaged many buildings and police cars and sent multiple people to the hospital with minor injuries. We've got a warning to tell you about tonight coming from police about the dangers of a dare spreading on Facebook. The challenge dares friends to jump into water fully clothed and film it. If they refuse, they have to pay for dinner. French police have confirmed a 19-year-old drowned yesterday when he rode his bicycle into a body of water in western France. The dare is also being blamed for another youth who was severely injured when jumping headfirst into shallow water. All right, now on to tonight's CW Hot List. The BBC reports actor Harrison Ford broke his ankle while filming the new Star Wars film. The 71-year-old reportedly broke his ankle in an incident involving a door at England's famous Pinewood Studios. He was airlifted to a hospital. Now, a spokesman for Lucasfilm confirmed Ford sustained an ankle injury on the set of Star Wars Episode 7. He said filming would continue as Ford recuperates. Before we go, you've got to get a look at this early morning accident. A car smashed right through a large glass window and came to rest inside the lobby of the CNN headquarters in Atlanta. We are told it was a single car accident that happened about 4 o'clock local time. No one was injured, and authorities have not said what led to that crash. That's all the time we have tonight, but here's wishing you and yours a great weekend.